I would like to make a comment
Somebody's on.
before we start financial.
You gotta, before financials,
Yeah, before we do the financial.
you're replacing John on the swimming. Is that what you're gonna talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and then do we have, let's go ahead and, where's our financials?
No, yeah,
Oh, seven.
no, I'm not
Number
talking
9.
about swimming, but I do know what he wants to talk about.
Okay,
I just, before we go into financials, I want to kind of make a suggestion on how we do financials going forward.
All right. So where was he before? Oh, 8B is being moved up?
no,
Oh, no,
just when we start 9, he wants to make a comment.
okay. That's fine. Let's whiz through this so we can get David's office moving and shaking.
So I'll make a motion that we approve the meeting agenda with the changes mentioned.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approved unanimously. Do we have any public comment?
Yes. Now we can have those out. Did I keep the original?
Pass it around, please. Thank you.
Probably need to slide one of these into, Christie's.
Yep, I will.
You
Okay,
see it too?
what's that?
You see?
No.
That's okay.
He's gonna hear it.
Okay.
So, this is from Mr. Tallman, dropped it off because he was leading the meeting. It says, "Good evening, my name is Jonathan Tallman, managing member of First John 217 LLC. I want to make a narrow procedural request for the record tonight because this Park District meeting is occurring at the same time as the County Planning Commission hearing on a related corridor and heritage trails matters. Affected landowners have very limited ability to track, attend, and respond to multiple overlapping actions happening simultaneously. Over the past several weeks, I have submitted multiple written emails, exhibits, and supporting documentation regarding the park's master plan and broader corridor impacts affecting my property. However, the publicly posted online packet does not appear to include all of those materials. Given the complexity of this corridor and the fact that these actions are advancing across multiple entities, it is essential that the Park District's administrative record remain complete, transparent, and accurate. I respectfully request that all prior written submissions, attachments, and reference materials I have provided be formally entered into the official record as exhibits, and that the district confirm what written documents are being relied upon for any vote or action tonight. Thank you for ensuring the process remains fair, orderly, and complete for affected landowners." All right, so, with that, he also, he has sent me over the last few weeks, he has sent me multiple, documents to me that are addressed to the city or to the county. There's nothing been addressed to the board except for the last 2 documents, which we have put into our. Oh, I need to go back into this. Hold on a second. Did I do that right? Oh. I need to go to share. Okay, share screen. Okay, those of you guys online, hang tight here. Hopefully I can do this right. Board meeting, okay. I'm not gonna go reading through all this because you guys got this already. But this documentation is one that did get to be addressed to us, to you guys.
And it's posted where?
And it's on on our website.
Right.
Under the board meeting.
Right.
And it will go into public comment because it was
Right.
received after the packet was done.
Right.
And so there's these 2 documents that are on there. The other document is again under the public comment from Mr. Tallman.
Right.
That was sent out on Sunday. So those 2 will be under public comment.
Yeah.
there.
And that's no different than showing up to the meeting and talking for
Correct.
3 minutes and handing the board whatever documentation anybody wanted to hand us within that 3 minutes.
Correct.
Yes,
So that is that. I'll stop.
and or requesting to be on the agenda, which we can either approve or deny. Which that was not, there wasn't enough time obviously for him to have done that, but
Okay, so, and he's got some issues that, are understandable. And he's requesting that you guys don't do a vote tonight on this. Cause he thinks there's more that he wants to be able to share. And the thing is, the part of the park plan for us, our part has nothing to do with his property. So to me, that it, but he has told me very much so that it does, the part, if we adopt the park plan, it does affect his property.
How so?
Well, you have to go through his documentations and read how he's thinking that.
good answer.
Well,
I can't answer for
any
him.
documentation from him that actually explains that.
It's up on the
Well, I
website.
have that.
Yeah,
Oh.
That's this.
yeah,
All
that's,
this speaks about is the timing of decision and conflicts of agendas.
yeah.
But where is the conflict with his property?
We don't have a conflict. There's nothing in there that we actually have an actual conflict with. Cause we have no interest of the property,
And he is talking about the Laurel Lane property, not their house, right?
the Laurel Lane, correct,
Right.
the business property.
Okay. Which we aren't even,
That felt sell for us
right,
when he decided to go from 300 or from 3 million up to 3.5 million on his offer. So, and at that point, we pulled out.
Okay, all right, are we past 3 minutes
You were
that
good.
you were allowed for that?
All right.
Any more public comment? Are we good? Anybody else?
I got a couple other want to get it admitted. All right, we
All
got,
right.
those are 2 employees. Okay,
All right, review and approval of previous regular November board meeting minutes and executive session and special meeting minutes for December.
that'd be page 3 for November 25th,
Yeah,
page 3, 4, and 5. excuse me. And page 6 for December 15th.
I'll take a motion to, let's start with the November 25th regular board meeting minutes. I would take a motion to approve those as presented. Thank you. Do you have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
all right.
Aye.
Aye.
Passed unanimously. Thank you.
Hold on a sec, I gotta write this down. Rick first. And David second.
Yeah, that's passed unanimously.
Minutes. Okay,
Special meeting minutes from December 15th, 2025. I would take, who else was here? From Rick or Ricardo? First and a second, please.
So move. Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Right?
Aye. Passed unanimous, passed and then, yeah, David abstained.
David saying, okay,
And then the, November executive session. Meeting minutes from November 25th, 2025. We would need to have a motion for that as well. I believe those were sealed.
no, those ones are on page 6, the December 15th.
On what? No, we already did that.
No, the special.
Executive session,
Executive
Oh,
session.
the executive, okay,
Yeah.
sorry, I did this backwards.
yeah. And we were all We were all here. So I would take a motion to pass or to approve those as well. The executive session, November 20.
Since I wrote them all, move that we
Thank you,
accept those executive meeting notes.
thank you.
Second.
Second, thank you. All in favor? Aye.
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 All right, old business, SDAO bond update. Looks like we have representative. Where is he? There he is.
There I am. Good evening, everyone. I hope you had a safe holiday and wonderful New Year so far. Now we're back and trying to save the district some money and its taxpayers on the refinancing of the 2015 bonds. I sent out late. Unfortunately, I sent it out late last night. I don't know if you have the material in front of you. But I'll just kind of go through some of the information regarding the bond update. 2 weeks ago, I sent out an RFP, a request for financing services, from firms that specialize in municipal financing or municipal bond underwriting. Three of the firms responded, and that was D.A. Davidson, Piper Sandler, and Mesereau Public Finance. And all three are, they're D.A. Davidson's a regional firm, Piper's a national firm, Mesereau is a national firm as well. But they all have experience with underwriting Oregon municipal bonds, particularly for Oregon local governments, which is a key to a successful bond sale. And so with that, I don't know, do I have sharing capabilities at all, maybe?
I'm gonna hopefully that will let you try that.
Okay, let's see. Is this one?
There we go.
Do
You were sharing.
So can you see my page flipping?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So anyway, really I'll try to run through it and hopefully I can enlarge it if print's too small. But anyway, so I received the proposals last Thursday and running through the proposals, basically, I know all three firms very well. I've worked with all three firms in one capacity or another. And so I know the bankers involved and the underwriters involved. And so really when we analyze getting down to the nuts and bolts, there's just a lot of data and a lot of information to run through. And so I get these proposals, I review those proposals, and I make a comparison of all three based on cost of issuance, the cost for the underwriting, their proposed interest rates on the forthcoming bond sale. And I narrow it down to basically two folks and some of the things. But this page here reflects just kind of our goal, the refunding plan. We're refinancing the 2015 bonds. This is just a snapshot of the district's assessed valuation growth over time. Over the last, since 2021 to this current fiscal year, and then projecting it out going forward. And I do that just to kind of give an estimate of what the potential tax rate impact might be on the refinance. So this is each firm gave us two different funding scenarios. One is if the bonds were to come to market as a publicly offered Oregon municipal bond that's rated A by Standard & Poor's. And the other option was you get a rating of A, but then you also secure the financing with what we call credit enhancement or municipal bond insurance. And what that does is, bond insurance or the credit enhancement is a one-time fee based on debt service. And what it does in that case is that in the event the district were to fail to make a payment, the investors will get paid by the insurance company, and then you have to pay the insurance company. There's only like two real bond insurance firms left anymore after the last financial crisis of 2008, but we got those two scenarios to look at. One is if it's rated, and two, if it's rated and has this municipal bond insurance on it. So this synopsis basically takes, okay, based on what the interest rates that they proposed um, and gave to me, I reran the numbers under so I can compare it because sometimes there's an index that we use called the MMD index. I think I talked to you about that before, but it's kind of the index that's a standard in municipal bond financing. And so it's a AAA rated scale, and the lower the credit rating, of course, is like your credit score. The lower credit score, the more perceived risk, higher the rate. But a pure AAA index is the MMD, and then they give a basis point spread or increased interest over that index. But this basically here illustrates the three scenarios as A rated. Um, so here's Mesero, Piper, and DA Davidson, and I highlighted some key points here to kind of indicate where things were coming out. So DA Davidson, with what they proposed, was the lowest debt service over time, had a lower estimated tax rate, lower estimated annual debt service, and then we factor in the premium, and I can get into how the premium works here in a little bit. Then we look at the cost, what they're proposing, their fees. The average takedown basically is what their compensation is to pay their sales brokers to sell the bonds. And then there are other kind of underwriting expenses that go along with that. In this case, though, Mesero did have a lower cost element than the other two. Then this breaks down the other estimated cost of issuance. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Bless you.
And then when I factor that all in, this highlighted point down here, this is basically what your financing cost is estimated to be based on the three proposals. And your all-in cost is basically that would be like your APR if you are going to finance a car or your mortgage. So you can see DA Davidson is at 3.75%, and the other ones are, a little bit higher. Piper's significantly higher, and then Mesero's within 20 basis points of DA Davidson. So then this is kind of the debt service. I don't know if you could see this. I think I got another page that will spell it. Basically, if you could see it, great. But the greatest savings again is with DA Davidson, $862,000 on a gross basis. The other Piper was 357, and then Mesero was 573. And of course, we break that down over the life of the loan. What's that mean on a present value basis? And we use the bond yield as our discount rate. So the net present value benefit, again, illustrates DA Davidson is still the best proposal because it's showing 693,000 as the overall net benefit. And again, that's at the bond yield of the 3.29. As we go through that, this is kind of an illustration here of comparing Mesero to DA Davidson because they were the two of the lowest of the three proposals. The column over illustration 1A is basically your existing bonds, what you pay if the bonds would go to maturity without refinancing. Here's another example of the estimated sources and uses of funds comparing Mesero versus DA Davidson. And again, you could see on the bottom the potential bond statistics shows that based on DA Davidson's proposal, they're offering a better financing. There's a couple graphs, and then here's kind of the summary of everything pulled together. And again, I highlighted in yellow the lowest rates and the greatest savings. I remember talking to you one time about the target you look at on whether refinance of a bond makes economic sense if you're able to obtain a net present value savings of 3%. And that's that number highlighted down here. The bottom number basically says, is the margin or excess above that 3%? So you can see under the Piper proposal, you're not at 3%. You're under, you're about 2.7, 2.6, 2.7. DA Davidson, you're, almost 6.5 up to 6.7%. And then Mesero's at 5% or a little bit higher. So again, comparing all the data, DA Davidson is basically the one that is looking at. So this kind of colorful table breaks down what they're proposing at what a coupon rate is, what the spread over that MMD AAA index is, the estimated yields, and the pricing. So what's key is if I look at the column that says 120, 126 AAA index, that was the AAA interest rate index for that day of January 21st. Now, each firm used a different day for their index, but to compare them, I kept the same proposed spread numbers, added it to the same index to get it to apples, to break it down onto where the yields would wind up. So if you look at the bottom of year 2040, looks like I have Mesero, the index is 316. There's a 5% coupon, and they're saying you need to add 80 basis points or 0.8% to that index to get a 3.96% yield. Piper, they're using a discount here, but they're saying a 4% coupon at 4.41%, which is 1.25% over the index. And then you look at DA Davidson, they have proposed a 5% coupon, 58 basis points or 0.6% over the index for a 3.74 yield. So you can see that's 22 basis points difference to the betterment of the district in this case, because it produces a lower yield. So that's kind of the analysis running through all these numbers and all these costs. And there's additional schedules here that reflect what it looks on an insured basis if we use municipal bond insurance. All three firms are giving an estimate of this insurance cost of anywhere from 30 or 25 to 35 basis points of total debt service. So that would be a one-time fee. Now, you look at that cost to see what does that do for savings, because the lower the risk, the lower the rate, you should have greater savings. So when we go down here, well, this page here, I'll go back one for a second. With DA Davidson's proposal, you're looking at $926,000 in savings over the life of the issue. Mesero is at $763,000, so it's $150,000 difference. And then on a net present value basis, you're well above the 3% target, because now you're looking at almost 7%. So certainly more than double. than what that goal or rule of thumb that we refer to as that 3% savings target. And again, similar schedules here. I'm trying to see what else I might have in here that might be of, oh, I guess that's it. So this is just the estimated coupons and yields on the various proposals. So based on my analysis and reviewing all this data and knowing the firms, my recommendation would be to select D.A. Davidson as the bond underwriter, and then it becomes my job to hold them to this type of result when we get to issuing the bonds. So again, I'm sorry for it. It's a lot of numbers and a lot of detail in that, but this is what we want to do to make sure we get a competitive and efficient and effective and economical form of financing for the district and its taxpayers.
2 questions, David.
Yes.
Do you recommend, so if you do the DA Davidson, would you recommend, I mean, that's a huge savings with having the credit enhancement. So we're paying more upfront fee, but we have better results in the end, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so you're saying that would be probably the better route there with the credit enhancement?
If it makes economic sense. So by the time we get to the point of issuing the bonds, and if you
Oh.
look at the spread difference
Mhm.
between going without insurance or with insurance, you want to make sure you're getting an economic benefit for paying that insurance premium.
Yeah,
So if the spreads tighten up, if they come closer together with the rating and then an issue with insurance, we may look at it and say, hey, paying for the insurance doesn't produce
Right.
enough economic benefit.
and
But
did I hear you, oh, go ahead.
no, that's fine.
Did I hear you say earlier that with the insurance, if we can't make our payments, then the insurance does, but then we owe the insurance?
Yes. So they're gonna, yes.
If so, we can't, if we can't make our payments, what makes them think they're gonna get any money out of us anywhere along the line?
Oh, they find ways of squeezing what they can out of any turnip that's out there.
Okay.
We'll liquidate our marina property.
Yeah, okay, wonderful. So, so this report that you gave us now, compared to the one in November, is better?
Well, they're
Results?
relatively the same. If you look at actually on this, if you could still see my slide here, I thought I had one. I have July on there, but I thought I updated it since then. But anyway, when we were looking at it, we were looking at gross savings of $1 million.
Okay,
So rates
That's-
have fluctuated over time. But if you look at the present value number, our value number is much greater because we looked at, okay, that $1 million over the life of the issue, what's it mean today? That's how we have to get to our present value calculation using the bond yield. So that present value was 591 in July. The present value, even though the savings are roughly $150,000 less over the life, your present value savings is greater by 150,000.
okay. What do you need us to do? What are next steps?
Well, I think the next step is, just to, answer any questions that you have, kind of do a statistical review of the numbers that I presented to you, and then really address any questions that you might have about any other firms or any questions you might have based on my recommendation of utilizing D.A. Davidson as the proposed underwriter. So, really, there's no formal action that needs to be done, but I always view it's best to visit with the board because you've already adopted the resolution to proceed. And essentially, George has the authorization to do all things necessary to do the refinance without any board action. But in decisions like this, it's always helpful and meaningful, and I think it's the right thing to do, is to discuss with the board the decision of making which firm to use. So that's why we're doing this presentation tonight, saying, look, we got 3 proposals. Based on my review and analysis, I would recommend utilizing D.A. Davidson as an underwriter to complete the refinance of the 2015 bonds.
I agree. I liked his presentation on that as well.
David, can you talk a little about Hawkins, De La Field and Wood? What's their role in this?
Sure. So when you issue municipal bonds, you basically we utilize what we call a municipal bond attorney. Firms that specialize in municipal finance matters, particularly when it comes to federal tax law and state law. What the bond attorney does is they had drafted the original resolution that was adopted by the board. They, do the proceedings to where everything's legal, valid, and binding. They write all the financing documents that will be required to complete the transaction. They review the documents and everything. And then at the end of the day, they issue an opinion that the bonds are legal, valid, and binding, and the interest that you pay back is exempt from taxation under federal law and tax law or state law, which is critical from the standpoint of municipal bonds because they're tax-free, the interest. If you're an investor, you buy a municipal bond, you get your interest back, but you don't have to pay taxes on it. And you'll eventually get your principal depending on where you are in the maturity scale. But that interest, and that's the key thing, because investors that buy municipal bonds want that federal tax exemption, and that opinion is key to them making the informed decision to invest in Boardman Park and Rec bonds or not.
Okay.
Hawkins, when we did the first bond in 2015, Hawkins, De La Field and Wood was the bond attorney firm. And the individual that was there, she's since retired. But that firm, was involved with the original transaction. So we don't have to really, if we brought in another municipal bond attorney firm, there's a learning curve to, go through the transcript from the prior deal and ask a lot of questions, blah, blah, blah. So they're ready, they're familiar, they're ready, and they can proceed.
And David, the fees for that firm, they're built into what that original cost was, or that estimate that you gave us, correct, of out-of-pocket costs for the.
Yes. So this is that, I don't know, can you see this page at all?
Not very well, but
How about
I
now?
kind of remember. There we go.
Okay. So here's the estimated cost that I essentially shared these costs with you before, but now these are more updated to reflect, what we might look at an underwriter's discount. I mean, the underwriter's discount, I think I showed at 0.75%, and now we're under that because I always like to estimate high. Municipal bond insurance, and then we had a bond counsel fee of 35,000. Those numbers haven't changed from where we were before. One thing about the engagement letter I did send to George, I did review that. It looks like a standard engagement letter from Hawkins, but I would ask, there wasn't really a fee component listed in it. It just essentially said agreed upon by the district and Hawkins. I mentioned to George, I said, hey, you might want to ask them before signing. We want a not to exceed fee, so you know what that number is going to be.
Right.
So essentially all the costs that I shared before are no different now. They're just a little more refined.
Okay.
So there it is.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you. Where'd you get this?
Oh.
And just to refresh our memories, what was the district's out-of-pocket? Where do I find that? What slide is that on? The district's out-of-pocket cost to refinance.
Okay. well, let's go, let me go back up here a couple pages. So total, if you could, can you see this page?
Yes,
Okay. So this is assuming bond insurance. This is similar to the schedule I just showed you,
yes,
but with total other cost of issuance, not including this underwriter's fee component down here, is basically 144,000 or 138,000 up to 152,000. That's this number here. Total cost, including underwriter's discount, is right here. The 219.
there we go. Okay. Okay,
Now those savings numbers, that takes this cost into account. So those savings number are net of all your cost.
okay,
So it's not like you have to, well, we're going to save 700,000. We got to back out 200 for costs. These costs are included and the savings are net of those costs.
okay. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure that George, that's page 18, so that we, I guess that make sure that we have moolah to spend.
Correct.
Well,
Thank you
you wouldn't need to spend any money because we're capitalizing all these costs into the financing.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry, I thought we had out-of-pocket costs.
No. There wouldn't be. We capitalize all these costs so you're not out of pocket any money.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. I did not realize that.
Yeah, me neither. It's good.
So really, if say for some reason the refinance doesn't happen, you're not going to be out of pocket any money.
Okay,
I mean, because everything's based on a successful bond sale.
right.
So, and again, those costs are paid from the bond proceeds, not by the district.
Okay. I misunderstood that from November. Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Board, do you have questions for David?
Well, big man.
Ricardo?
Nope.
No?
And
No, thank you. Very great,
That's great.
very good presentation.
Oh, my pleasure. So
Yep.
what
Yeah.
I will do is I will inform DA Davidson that I guess I shouldn't just make that assumption. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
there's a consensus for that. Yes.
Okay. So from here, what I'll do is I'll inform DA Davidson tomorrow morning and say, hey, we got to get to work on this refinance issue. I'll be updating a timeline and schedule and various tasks along the way. And then we'll get rolling. I picked March as probably a bond sale time. Later March, early April closing time frame. Because we got to develop this disclosure document. So you'll be seeing emails and information for your review along the way. And so as other board meetings come up, I can certainly attend those and explain where we're at on the process as well. And I can give George an update. Either if I'm not in a board meeting, I can give a written update for the board.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, you bet. Anything else?
Nope, glad to have you on board. Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, have a wonderful evening, and I hope everything in your meeting goes smoothly for the rest of the evening.
Thank you so much, David.
Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we could get a copy, of that would be great. Maybe just delivered to us
You bet.
instead of by email.
Do you want the
Um,
whole thing? Or just that page?
No.
No, the whole thing.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt.
We'll get them out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
No, we'll get them out tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. Those look good, like good numbers. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's gonna save the district
Right.
money.
I know.
Taxpayers.
And I'm even more excited because in November, I really did think we were gonna pay out of pocket for our upfront fees. I thought that was just part of what we did in order to refinance, but I didn't realize it was wrapped in. So
Yeah.
if that's inclusive and then we're still getting that savings on top of that, then great. That's,
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, to me, it is. Now, I will tell you, I'm not doing anything with this bond without you guys knowing what I'm doing.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
Okay? Cause this is way beyond
Fair
my
enough.
head.
I don't blame you, George. And it's a lot of money, right? And you're accountable to the taxpayers and the board, so
Yeah.
I get it. Okay, let's move on to 7B, the mural drawings.
Okay, they're in your packet there. Let's do this real quick. You asked me to get, some drawings. There's 3 there. One is not colored. She is busy at school and it just has not had time to finish coloring it. But you can see her work. Pretty cool designs, I think. And this is what's going to go on the old fish derby board.
Yeah.
So,
Esther did all 3 of these.
yep, she sure did. Pretty impressed by,
Yeah, she's very talented.
she is talented. And she is able to, if you like something on one, that you like to see it on another one, if there's one that sticks out better to you.
Who is it?
Esther Burt. Personally, one of my favorite pieces is actually the rock wall on page 7. The park and rec is in the rock. I like that. I think that looked really cool.
Oh, yeah.
We tried to make sure we got in the camping, the fishing. It's definitely down here. It's not part of, the rec center is not on this. It's, because we want it down here.
I like this banner though, and I like this play, explore, fish and more.
Uh-huh.
If she could somehow maybe get rid of this, the puppy clouds or the boardman in the puppy clouds and somehow incorporate the banner there or the play, fish, whatever.
Okay.
I don't know. I like it all. It looks great. Looks really good. I agree with you. I like the,
Park and Rec.
I like this flows with my eyes better.
Okay.
Versus this little
Mhm.
thing there.
Yeah.
I like the boat though, and yeah, that's great. She did a good job. But I like the
model.
words and the banner, and I like how she put it in the rock too, though, so. Yeah, you pick.
I like that it's a local kid. Not defer to the artwork for those of you that have an artistic brain. I've talked to her down and on my artistic brain.
Very cool.
Right.
Very, very cool.
Not artistic, but I like this one a lot, and with those changes you recommended, yeah.
Just adds color.
Yeah.
I like the color in it.
We're putting that on the old fishing boat, the
Yep.
fishing
Derby.
derby.
Yeah,
Yep.
color, good job.
Okay. We'll have her work with this and then when she comes back,
Oh,
Claude's
family's
daughter.
talented.
yeah, when she comes back to workforce, then we'll have her start working on it.
Nice.
She can't use her dad, and you don't have any ageism laws against it.
Very nice. She did a great job.
Awesome.
I love it. Okay, Park Master Plan Resolution 2026-001. What page will we find that on?
That's on page 10 and 11. Okay, I'm gonna get Giselle on here.
I might not have a page 10 and 11. Oh, it's just out of book. Thirteen.
Giselle, go ahead and unmute because you get to talk a little bit
All
here
right,
today. I'm not
right.
gonna be like your other presentation that happens. All right. Park master plan, we've gone through it. You guys have had, you've heard the whole process. I'll just give you a brief summary. And Giselle, you can correct me on anything I've pulled out of here wrong. We've worked on it for like, I wanna say 10 months, is that right? I
Correct.
believe 10.
10 months.
And We've had, the community has been involved in multiple stages of this, really. That part was great. We've had, I know Giselle and her staff have gone around town to talk to different groups. She's been able to, all the way from senior centers to the daycare centers. She's gone to businesses.
Can you back up just for a second?
Yeah.
And Giselle is with who?
Oh, I'm sorry. She is with,
Hello.
Hi there.
Giselle, why don't you introduce you and
Yeah,
tell us a little about you?
yeah.
Cause I would just say
Okay.
very briefly, and then ain't gonna get across what you need to share about yourself.
You jumped in. That's fine. Everybody can hear me okay?
Yes.
Perfect. My name is Giselle Champeau. I work with Shapiro Didway Landscape Architects, and we led the master planning process. And we had several other people on our team, but
Okay.
we were the lead in writing the overall master plan and coordinating public outreach with the city and the district.
Perfect. Thank you. I just wanted to get it on the record because I didn't think we had anything introducing you. So
Yeah, probably
okay.
did.
Wonderful. Thank you.
They did a really good job of researching the town and the information about the town. And the first chunk of pages is all about just the town itself. And then, like I said, we had lots of input from the community of what they liked and what they didn't like. When you go through this, you'll definitely, the final product here, they definitely, you can tell that there is people that wrote, gave comments. And those comments are in here. Some are good, some are bad.
Mhm.
And to me, I don't take the bad things as bad. I take more as that's a challenge to get better. So,
Agreed.
so on these, after 10 months, we
And the-
finally have a document here.
And the master plan, to be clear, is, and I'm stating this more for facts, okay, not because I don't know, but, it's a plan.
Mhm.
It's not enforced. It's a plan of what we intend to
Right.
use as a structural plan, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and we've been
Right.
currently operating on one from the, what, 70s?
No,
80s?
no. We did one, Ted had one done, in 2013.
Oh, we had one that new?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know
It
that.
expired in 2022 or 23.
Oh,
And so
Okay.
that's where this all came about, is when I was looking I knew we had to do a new one. And then I was under advisement, from SDAO to go ahead and tie in with the city.
Yeah.
And so that's where we worked with the city to develop this together. In this plan is, there's parts that are specifically for the city and there's parts specifically for us and there's parts that's combined.
right.
So, this document this is the plan, but the big part is really the appendices.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all appendices, and there's so much to it. But this gives all the information that's crucial to understand this. The input,
And this helps you apply for grants.
Yep, it
Mhm.
does.
Yeah,
And
and it gives the public an idea of what we're working towards.
boards.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay,
It is not, there's no law that says if you don't do this,
right,
you're in trouble.
right.
Right.
And we can add to things
Yeah.
we
Oh,
want to do as the park and we can take away, yeah, exactly, okay. That's why I said, it's just a plan, it's a thought,
Yes.
Just,
it's a
Yeah, no,
focus point.
overall, I'd say it takes each of your assets, your recreational assets, and it says, well, what does the community think of those assets? What's working, what's not working? And then the community helped us prioritize potential projects and then put them in near, mid, and long-term priority for you. And then it does assign some budgetary numbers so you can, for budgeting. But yeah, it identifies kind of that plan.
Perfect. David,
okay, I have two questions. In all these gatherings, did Jonathan Tallman show up to any of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his input was in there?
Mhm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I forgot my second question.
I didn't hear that last part, sorry.
I forgot my second question. what happens when you get old.
Oh.
So I'm gonna move that we adopt resolution 2026-001 as presented.
Don't we want to change the dates on this?
Oh, it does say, yep, I did not change that from the 13th of January.
Yeah.
We will have to,
Can we just amend it?
yep,
Yeah.
Where is
Put it
it?
here.
on the signing page.
Oh,
There. First paragraph.
And the last,
And
and
on
the
the,
adopted.
on the page.
Oh, I'm so
on
sorry.
the signing page.
so we
Oh,
move,
there we go.
move that we adopt resolution 2026-001 with the date changes recommended by board member Weeks.
Second,
Thank you. All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Aye.
Passed unanimously.
Four, one, and
With the change, obviously,
Yep.
two places. Mhm.
second. Good.
All right.
Thank you, Giselle.
Thank you all.
Anything
Have a great
else?
evening.
All right, thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Good night.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
New business. Little League, George.
Yeah, okay, so Little League, I went to their board meeting, I went back to them and, presented that we would like to be back in with them for the juniors, majors, and minors only. But we would
Okay.
have our own teams. I mean, we would get our own coaches for those teams. They still will be providing the equipment and uniforms. We'll be responsible for the field maintenance. And then our T-ball pitch coach teams will be run just basically rec teams, and we'll just be playing here in Boardman with those two levels. And just depends on how many teams we have on that. Because the older ones, we had to commit to having both baseball, a team for each level, and then it's softball as well for the three levels. So we'll have 6 teams involved with Columbia Little League. My hopes would be for, I'll talk with the district president. I would like to see us have our own Little League for Boardman. It's just like, so we're not part of Columbia
Mhm.
Little League. It would be Boardman Little League.
You can still play Columbia.
Yes, we can still play Columbia, we can play Hermiston, we can play anybody that's Little League. Our problem is that we ran into was as a not being part of Little League or not being part of another official group, Little League would not let us play their teams. And so we would have nobody to play.
Yeah.
And we don't want that for our kids. So we went to them and explained the situation, and they were fine with that.
Okay,
yes,
thank
So
you.
how is the field preparation coming?
I've talked with the port, they're gonna come down to help us redo the field. We budgeted, I think it was $35,000 or $40,000 in the budget to replace the soil there. And, I've been told to make sure I put, pre-emergent on it, so we can start taking care of these goat head problems that we've had. So, Lisa just got back from a conference she was at, so we will get together and start forming dates for that, because we gotta get going here on that here by February. If we don't.
Do we have a roller for the goat heads?
We do, it's a mini roller. I've asked Brad to make a.
I wonder what would happen if you roll it this time of year, if you would pick up any of those shoes.
I don't know. wouldn't hurt. So, I know, yeah, that can be done pretty easily. So.
Alright, 8B, swimming?
He
Do we
said,
know?
John said you were gonna talk about that.
We have a member in our community that's interested in starting a swim club like we had a few years ago in Gustafson. We're
Oh,
part of
that'd
it.
be nice.
John and I talked about it. I mean, we should be offering swim type opportunities
Yeah.
because we want more kids to learn how to swim, so we have less people drowning. So I know him and I are in support of doing whatever we can to support this person. Cause we did it before. It's not like we're reinventing the wheel.
No,
Yeah,
no, and I
Would
know.
we pay
Have you
them
been
like
in-
an instructor?
We didn't pay in the past on
Oh.
this.
I don't know if this individual's looking for that.
Yeah,
I think
that's-
they just want an opportunity to create an environment where this could be offered.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd
I'm
be
not 100%
fantastic.
sure. Do you know the individual?
yep,
Have you talked to the individual?
I have not talked to the person.
Hey,
I
I
know
would
Takeo,
suggest-
Takeo has talked to her.
Okay,
And they've got plans already working and it'll be starting up here pretty quick, actually. So she's come to Takeo, and from what I understand, this is really supposed to be taken off here in the next 3 weeks. So,
I don't get it from a long-term standpoint. That could be our future life coach.
yes, and that's what I always said when I was on the board, when we talked about trying to get a club going was.
Cause
this is
that's
how
the
you
problem with the
develop well.
lifeguard applicants is most of them aren't very good swimmers to begin with.
Correct. Correct.
So,
This is a win
Win-win.
situation.
not to be the pessimist, but I don't know who you're talking about, but nor do I need to know, but we're still doing our like,
Background check.
yeah,
Oh,
on anybody who helps out,
Yep.
including parents and, yeah,
Yep.
okay.
Yep,
That
yeah,
we're
that is.
Designated helpers,
definitely.
okay, yeah, okay, good, just wanna make sure.
Competition club or just a regular?
Well, to me, when they start to go into since it's a club, it's not a swim team. They wouldn't compete against the high school teams, but in the summertime, that's when the other clubs, other towns have their swim clubs. And then they could compete, have competitions at that time.
that's nice.
When Caitlin did it, didn't they do competition?
I don't think they did. I just think it was just a club that they just did stuff here. I never heard of any competitions that
I
they
don't
went
think-
to.
I wanna say they only did it a year before they
I
left.
don't remember.
But it was
So,
well attended and loved.
yeah, I mean, even what we did last year, there was at time 47 kids involved.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it was, well,
Great turnout.
yeah, great program. It just started going, whoa. So, and then the employee that was doing it, she moved on to another location. Moved away, and I'm like, but now we got someone else that wants to do it. I'm totally in favor of that.
Is it a paid club?
We'd have to treat it just like we do with the other sports in that sense.
No, I don't mean, do we, I'm asking, is that person charging? for those-
I have not
for
heard
that
any
kind?
comment about
I haven't heard
them
that.
charge. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about them charging kids.
Okay,
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll write that down and find out, but
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think she just wants to get something going again because her kid was involved last year. And now there's nobody there.
Oh,
to
okay.
do that, and so
Yeah.
she's willing to step up and make it happen.
nice, yeah, that's really, what a nice gesture.
If it's a swim club, then more lifeguards will be added, or how does that work?
Good question, how did that work with Caitlin when she was doing it?
We had to have lifeguards on, you
Yeah,
know, same thing when we have the swim teams come over from Hermiston and we
Yeah.
just have to have them in there.
yeah, it's not like it's happening after hours, it's
No,
during hours
that's during
operations,
hours.
yeah, okay.
I'm just saying, do we need another lifeguard, or do we have enough, or?
I guess it'll depend on her size, right, of the
Yeah.
club,
It will.
Yeah.
she'll have to
Okay.
coordinate that with Takeo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. All right, Tricia, you're up.
Actually, go
Okay.
ahead.
what I would like going forward with financial report is a budget to actual report gone over. And if us as members or board members have questions, ask individual questions. What I want to get away from is going from the front of the financial
Yeah.
all the way to the back of the financials, because
Mhm.
it takes an insane amount of time
Mhm.
and draws this meeting out way longer. I mean, literally, at the fire department, we spend 10 minutes on financial.
So what
And
he's
we have-
saying is that, he's going to trust that the board is going to read the documents you're presenting to us. And that if we have questions, we'll ask those questions during the board meeting, but that he's not expecting you to have to go through the whole darn thing.
Okay, yeah, I just have 3 comments this time. Um,
Perfect.
The first one is on page 23. If you look at the top one, it says 1506 donations. Does yours say that on top? Miscellaneous dash 4405.
Mhm.
Okay, so that, you see that 8 million?
Yeah.
But the 8 million is from Amazon and it actually went to the city. And so we don't have those.
Didn't actually go to the city, it didn't happen.
Oh, it didn't happen, sorry. Okay, so in reality, the gross profit on that page is 69% instead of 17.31. Because we don't have that 8 million.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other one is on, I'm going to skip past that, go on page 44. In December, the campground brought in 234,561. The reason is on page 44
Thank you.
is because on 12/1, the reservations opened up for campground. And they brought in 157,000 in income that day, in one day, so that's impressive, right? Okay, and the last thing I want to say is on page 46 is LGIP. If you look at the top one, it says the LGIP Rec Center has 768,160. If you go and buy the GO bond, that's due in June, which is 568, I believe. You look on page 50 on the treasury bond, the GO bond debt service next payment is 837, but I think that's wrong. It should only be, sorry about that. Jumping around a little bit. It should actually just be on page 73. It says total P and I is 586,000. So that's a huge chunk out of this LGIP account. So just be aware that the LGIP account is going down kind of fast in the debt service. Besides that, that's all the information I have. If you want to go back through it.
Okay, so real quick question.
Okay.
So you're saying, so we just made our December, 2025 payment. So in June of 2026, according to our flow chart up here on page whatever, 73,
Yeah.
our payment's gonna be 586,043.
Yes.
Okay,
Unless we go,
but so you're saying page 50 is incorrect.
yeah, page 50.
That should be 586.
Yeah, 586 instead of the 837. I
Yeah.
was looking at the fiscal total, not the total P and I.
Okay, so, all right, and then, yeah, but no, I know that you're panicking over that, but I think you're fine.
Okay,
Because, and that was one of the reasons why George and Lynn made adjustments to that, and it was because we were holding on to, because that's all taxpayer money that goes in to pay that bond,
Right.
right?
Uh-huh.
And we shouldn't be sitting on anything.
right,
that isn't being used for the bond, so it's okay for it to come down and cut itself close.
right,
I know it seems like we wanna have it be a savings account, but it's not, it would be great if it broke even every year, right? We
Right.
just want
yeah,
to make sure we have enough to cover people who don't pay their taxes, cause we're relying on those tax payments.
right.
And then, so no, you should be just fine.
And that's the only thing that I want to say. Unless you have questions with the budget versus actual.
Plus we have interest coming in
Yes.
a lot, actually, each month, so.
Actually, in November and December, the LGIP, debt services brought in $703,754 for 2025. And for the other one,
What page are you on, Tricia?
oh, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so for the park, sorry, they brought in $703,754 for 2025 already. And for the debt services, they brought in $272,411. So,
In tax money, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
tax money, so
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then they'll still have tax payments coming in through February and all the way through May, cause people pay in thirds and, yeah.
Thirds and,
Yeah.
whatever
Yep.
it is.
And then,
The
and
credit,
then, all the money we
Yes.
get in December obviously is unearned,
right,
right? We're holding on to that because we won't get that money in the summer when people
Right.
are prepaying everything, right?
right.
Okay,
But it looks like on this SCAO, if you guys wanna do this, that looks like there's only one payment made every year instead of two. And on this, I could be totally wrong.
Well, this is what he's saying, that is what they're presenting. And they could still break it down into two.
Into two?
Yeah, it's just gonna depend on how they figure it out.
Figure it out, yeah. But it just looked like on this one, there was only
Yeah.
one payment, so, yeah. Hey, besides that, that's all I have. Mm-hmm.
November and December together.
I'm sorry.
We need to approve these, right?
Yes,
Yeah, hold on just a sec. So what am I looking at? What is the difference between?
so on. Are you looking at 73 and 74?
Oh, okay, 74 is actually the past payments and,
Correct.
yeah, okay, that's why I was a little confused. All right, 73 is what's in the future.
Yep.
Okay, I gotcha.
But these might change also if you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They will.
yep, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome.
And yes, Rick, I would take two
I
separate.
move We approve the November and December financial reports as submitted.
Thank you,
Second,
thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Passed unanimously. Oh, just as a reminder, we need to be conscious about words we use in public session and disclosing any words that might be descriptive, of anything that was ever put in a executive session.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay,
Um,
all right. 10 correspondence?
some of you got letters, some of you didn't.
some of our favorite people.
That was the only comment, that's the only thing that came in that I had. Oh, no. SDAO conference, they're wanting to know, are you able to go? We pay for everything.
To see one a vacation.
I need to know.
Can you have a
Yeah,
vacation?
I doubt I'd go the whole time.
Well, that's
You-
okay.
You said there was some parts that were more
Yes.
important than others.
Yeah,
What is it, Thursday?
I would say
If new board
Thursday morning,
member-
new board member.
And you've
that'd
been
be
on the
the one.
board before though, right?
This board.
No, but I mean, it goes over basically
Government
Oh.
board,
board duties and
what you can and can't do. They'll cover, meeting laws in there as well.
If you want more of the
I would definitely recommend.
Definitely Thursday, probably Friday.
Okay, so I'll put you down for Thursday and Friday. And we got hotels reserved, so we'll cancel the rest of them that we don't. What about for you?
No, I can't.
Can't?
Sorry.
You're already
I
going?
will be there Friday
Okay,
or Thursday night.
all right. So we got that. I know John's not going, so I already know that. I just needed those ones.
Thank you.
I would encourage you next year to plan on going. It's an eye opener. Especially when you hear other people's horror stories. And then my first year down there, this guy was just sharing all the, and it's like, why would you even share that? And
Yeah,
it's like, oh, man, sometimes we think our lives are miserable, just gotta listen to other people's lives are way miserable.
and you're going on Friday, right? The more
I will be down there
specialized.
Thursday night and then Friday, Saturday, but fireboard's paying for everything.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, I didn't mean that. I meant, but you're going on the classes that are not the procedural type. You're going on the learning classes. That is Friday and Saturday more learning classes.
Yeah.
It's a wide variety.
Oh, okay.
But
I don't wanna
Thursday
drive, so,
specifically
you know,
designed for
never-
new board members.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
don't know,
Okay.
right?
Okay, so have they already signed up for classes?
I'll have to get them signed up,
Okay.
so
Oh, are you gonna go?
I'll get with you
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
get
it'd
with
be
you
a good
and
idea.
then just go through the register you
Do
in.
you have to pre-register? I think you just show up to classes, don't you?
They want the pre-registration,
Cause I'm
Very much
pre-registered. I'll just crash parties.
you can do that. I know on Thursday though, those are, there's a fee to like the morning, certain classes have fees on Thursday because it's pre-conference and some don't. And the ones we want you guys to go to does have a fee and that's good. So,
Okay, anything more on that?
no more correspondence stuff, no.
All right. So district reports, human resources, there again, we covered amendments to the handbook tonight in that workshop, but it would be nice to at least tackle a little bit each month. So,
Okay.
The obvious ones, let's go ahead and get those
Yep.
in for approval then on next agenda for February, okay?
Yep.
The campground, I'm assuming he has everything going well here?
Yeah, we're, for the campground update, this is from Kelly. She's,
sorry.
That's right. She's got your data there. We're down on our occupancy number, but if you go through and look at it, there's only 4 spaces right now, so, that's a good thing.
So we did not get a bunch of long-termers like we did before?
We do.
Oh, we do,
Yeah,
okay.
We're okay. We're still over 50%.
Oh, okay.
Overall.
That's what I was
in
wondering,
general.
okay.
And like I said, right now, we've only got 4 spaces open.
Oh, open.
Yeah, that could
Sorry,
be,
I thought you meant
reserved.
rented. I
No.
was like, what?
we had to move some from this circle, last week, cause we were trimming up trees. And we got a great deal to trim up some more trees in the campground that need them. So we're gonna juggle people around a little bit to make that happen, but, that's been the big thing is the tree maintenance that needed to be done.
Can you tell me what QPR means?
Yep, that is it's a suicidal training.
Uh-huh.
Anti-suicidal, I guess you could say. It's questioning, and then the P stands for persuade. And then the R is refer. So
It's basically recognizing signs of people that are in distress.
Yep, and
Okay.
being able to ask the question,
Yeah.
Are you planning on hurting yourself?
Yeah,
Things like that, getting that question out there is huge.
okay.
I know staff, you guys went through it, correct? This last fall, and CCS did the training
Yeah.
and
Nice,
great.
okay,
I get one of them.
okay, and
We just had one in our house on Sunday.
Oh.
rec center, I did not see that rec center.
Should be, I think 70 or 81.
Oh, there we go, yeah. I know she has the daddy is it daddy daughter?
Daddy
dance
daughter
coming up?
coming up, yep.
Okay,
And it's, they've been, they're going crazy. They're thrift shopping to save as much money as they can. It's been fun to watch them go, and it's Alice in Wonderland. Is that right?
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the theme, and they are gonna have a blast. The bad thing is, I was planning on taking my granddaughters and it's when the conference is going on. I don't know, well, sorry, Sean, can't take your granddaughters. I mean, can't take my
When is it?
granddaughters.
With what conference?
It's when we're at SDAO, the 7th is when this takes place,
Hmm.
the daddy-daughter. So, no, they're planning a lot of good things there. And if you look at this report, I mean, you can see all these activities. I mean,
Yeah, I love it.
it's happening, just what we want. You know.
Perfect. Great. Okay, oh, David and Rick, you guys made the party.
Yeah, I had to be the judge and wait.
I didn't know, you know.
It wasn't.
That's funny. Sorry, that was actually a really good comment.
We'll see you every year, Rick.
Okay,
Oh, it's okay. The dance is on Saturday. I'm not staying.
You'll be back.
Good. Yeah, my daughter would be really upset if I didn't take her.
so George, cannot stress enough. I know that it needs to be your life. Okay, I don't want to repeat last year. So if you could work very diligently and let all your managers manage and you manage yourself on that budget. I would love to have some form of a draft in February. Some form of a draft.
We have the first draft done.
Okay.
And then, but we did incorporate, everything the managers wanted and needed. So they've got them done now, so we'll get our second draft put together now.
Okay,
And we'll be, yeah, we're
okay.
way,
And
way
then,
ahead. I've had Tricia draw up a draft, of what
yeah,
her part, and yeah, we've got a timeline of where we're meeting everything. So our plan is to have, February 16th.
okay. And then do you think it would be prudent to have Lynn take a final overview
Yeah,
of it?
Lynn will take a look at
Okay,
it.
good.
Yeah, she and I talked today about it.
Good.
So she was asking about it.
Yeah, please do. She's such a gem when it comes to that.
And I gotta apologize. I'm just realizing we did not put on the agenda for our committee. That was in my schedule to do, have our committee designated.
We definitely need them designated by February, right?
Yes, we got time.
Okay,
I've already talked to everybody that was on it last year.
Yeah.
There's only one that is not going to be on it. And he already found me a replacement.
good.
So
Okay,
next month, we will get that on there.
okay. You'll go over the meeting minutes, so you'll remember that.
Yep.
Okay.
I think, for this next year though, this season, until Tricia goes through the training for the budget laws, I would like to still be the budget officer cause I wanna make sure she's got it. And then next year she would be the budget officer.
Yeah.
So,
My personal input is I would really like Lynn to be instrumental again
Oh,
in
yeah.
just doing the overview on it because I
She is
don't wanna,
awesome.
I
Yeah.
just don't wanna have any repeat of, last year, so,
over, yeah.
yeah, exactly. Okay, does the board have any reports? Do you have any? No? Okay, David, you good?
Well, I would, I don't know if this is a board report or an athletic director report. Me and Mr. Christie have heard concerns in the community about we need to, how do I say that? There's concerns that the rec center is being monopolized by youth sport. And taken away from member time on the court.
Mm.
And so we're trying to find more, working with Rachel and the school to find more. Cause we have both gyms reserved from 4 to 6. right now we only use one. Every now and then we need to use the other, so we're trying to be more creative, and I did explain to all those. Several people that contacted me, part of the problem is we're offering way more than we did 15 years ago. And we have the same gym space, I mean, we have the extra, but I said this problem's gonna get worse. Cause we really need probably 2 more gyms, we need some kind of boys and girls club kind of setup. That's primarily for youth sport. So
Do you know if they're currently, are they doing it like they used to, where they had open gym for our members on half the court and then they would pull the curtain and do,
sometimes,
and then sometimes
but
not?
part of the problem is that we're working, utilizing the loop. To bring kids from the elementary school right over after school, which is a good thing because it creates babysitting for a lot of our families. And we're getting skill development, so it's all good, but when you bring that many kids over, one court's not enough.
Gotcha.
So as you were saying, as a board member, as an AD, school representative, we were aware of the problem. We're trying to alleviate as much as we probably can at this time. But it's a concern that really we maybe as a Parks and Rec need to try to figure out how to build a boys and girls club with some of these, maybe hopefully these bigger businesses around and help be a part of that solution. Cause I mean, right now we have like one team per grade. As this town grows, you're gonna have 2 or 3 kids in a team in a grade and there's no gyms for them. And we're with all the things we do, we're at a capacity.
Yeah.
And if we don't get ahead of the game, the problem's gonna be way bigger. So, just take some ponder as we move forward.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else? No? Good, everybody? All right. Under other business, so we brought on HR, I can't remember when she started. Was it November?
That sounds about right, yeah.
Somewhere around in there. Yeah, so the board has not had a chance to meet with her and we do need to, as far as, you know, becoming acquainted and letting her know what we expect and want, and the connection between the district and the board and HR and her role. So I do need, but I wanted the board's opinion on whether we should do, you know, hold a special meeting where we can talk freely with her, or whether we want to assign 2 board members to discuss her role. We do have a current situation where we do need to meet with her. And I'm just questioning procedure, I guess, on whether or not we should do, you know, for instance, if we get complaints and I want to talk to her about it, are we supposed to be calling meetings, or are we supposed to be having one-on-ones with her when we can? Not one-on-ones, but more like 2 board members and her.
Under public law, as long as you're not number one in the majority, or you're not, if there's 2 of you together and you're conveying, the information from another board member, then that's still a
Right.
meeting.
Right.
I think your best bet would, if you're gonna do that, I would just have an executive session with her.
Okay, that's what I was thinking too, because I think that I just need to find the right executive session, because we wanna not only, well, we need to stay in open session as far as making sure we go over with her, and we'll probably put it on the next meeting's agenda, but we want to talk to her about her role. What do you call it? The authority chart, you know.
Yep.
And when to come to us, when not to come to us, and to the welcome of that, right? We want open communication and transparency with HR. In the meantime, though, if I need a special meeting called, I guess I will just let you know.
Okay.
And,
Just gotta give me, if it's a special meeting, just need the 48 hours. That's all I need.
Yeah,
for executive session. special meeting.
If you're having a special meeting, yeah, it's not, if it's an
It's
emergency
only 48
meeting,
hours?
yeah, that's all I need.
Okay.
I can,
No, none of it's emergency. I mean, it have to be something really big for it to be emergency, but, so it is 48 hours that they need to give you?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so do I have any particular board members that would want to be inclusive? That meeting? Any volunteers?
And when, are we talking,
Whenever we
oh,
schedule,
we don't have anything scheduled.
no.
I would volunteer John or I. I mean, cause one of, I mean.
Yeah.
If we're available, we can both come, but. If there's something going on, one of us is gonna come and.
Okay, let me go ahead and put together some dates then. Obviously not wrapped around sporting events, because I know both of you are on that, and I'll just throw them out to everybody. And that way, if we're gonna go into executive session anyway, then we could have everybody, obviously, and that
Mondays
would be
work
nice.
really good for me.
Mondays
Your
work good with
schedule,
you?
Sports are not generally there. Wednesdays I would stay away from, cause we've tried to protect Wednesdays as church night.
Oh,
Nice.
okay,
So
so Mondays work good,
I, for me,
okay,
and I'm gonna guess say for John as well.
okay. Okay, I'll throw some dates out there on some texts and we'll figure out what works for everybody, okay? And then, yeah, the district is never, hasn't been in the last, gosh, what, 7 years, free from, issues, so might as well get ourselves acquainted with HR and get her on board. Because we do have things to, talk about, so, okay. Do we have any docs to sign, George?
I'm gonna make the corrections and I'll just bring them by tomorrow, if you guys still, okay,
Or the
the
resolutions?
resolution,
Yeah, okay.
and then
And do we have any meeting,
the minutes.
yeah, do we have any of that we can?
I just have need your signature on that, those two.
Okay. And then, if there's no further items, then let's adjourn, and it is what, 7:30? Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Let me turn this off.
And Brandon, yeah, you tell the council, great job on that.